You ever stare at your own reflection and just ask why? Why the hell are you still standing here? Still taking in air, still fighting, still dragging this tired body through a world that's gone to hell? Yeah, I do it too. Every single day. They look at me and they think they have me figured out. They know nothing. They don't know the fire you walk through, the scars you hide, the nightmares that play on a loop behind your eyes. They see the outside, a warrior standing tall. But the inside is where the war is, where demons rip you to shreds piece by piece with every breath you take. And for what? For their empty compliments and fake smiles? Number, you do this for you. For all the broken, shattered parts of yourself that no one else could ever piece together. Have you ever felt it? The weight of everything crushing down on you like your ribs are about to crack and there's no air left in the world. Not enough light, not enough hope, not enough anything. You scream into that void, but the silence just swallows it whole. And it's not because you're weak, no. It's because this life is a goddamn war zone, and sometimes you're the one left bleeding in the dirt, just trying to find a reason to take one more breath. And let me tell you something. No one's coming. No hero is going to pull you from that mud. It's all on you. They tell you keep fighting. You think I don't know that? You think I don't wake up every morning already in the thick of it? Life throws punches hard and low, and it doesn't give a damn if you're already down. It will beat on you again and again until you can't even remember why you stood up in the first place. But here's the thing. You don't stay down. You don't quit. Even when your knees buckle and your own blood is on your lips, you rise. Not because you want to, because you have to. Because in this twisted world, it's the only thing that feels real anymore. Pain. It's the only thing I know. And maybe it's the only thing you know too. You're standing there, fists tight, jaw locked, and deep inside you're breaking. But you don't let a single crack show, do you? Hell no. You wear that pain like it's a suit of armor. Every wound, every bruise, every tear you've ever cried alone in the dark. It becomes a part of your defense. You take all that hurt, that rage, that raw, bitter suffering, and you forge it into a weapon. You turn it into strength. Because that's the work of a warrior. That's the work of a survivor. And when they look at you, they'll never see the nights you spent lost in your own sorrow. They won't see the wars you fought in total silence when nobody was watching, when nobody cared. They'll see a warrior, sure, but they won't see the real you. They'll never see the fractures in your soul, the broken pieces you're holding together with nothing but pure, stubborn will. And that's okay. That's how it has to be. This world doesn't give a damn about your pain. It only notices if you get back up after you've been knocked down. But listen, it's not always about the glorious fight. Sometimes it's just about survival. It's about crawling through the mud, the blood, and the wreckage of your own life, even when your body is screaming for you to just give up. It's about knowing you'll wake up tomorrow and the ache will still be there, but you'll force yourself out of bed anyway. That's what sets you apart. That's what makes you so damn dangerous. You've walked through hell and you're still standing here, you're still breathing. They don't know your fire and they never will. But they will feel your heat. They'll see a look in your eyes and they'll know without a doubt that you've stared into the abyss and didn't blink. They don't see the tears you choke back when you're alone. They don't hear the screams locked inside your chest or feel the way your heart cracks with every beat. But that's all right, because you're not crying for them. You're crying for every part of you that's still hanging on, still swinging, still believing that somewhere in all this chaos there's a way through. You cry for the kid you used to be, the one who didn't deserve any of this. For the warrior who wasn't supposed to bleed this much, but you keep going. You keep fighting. Because it's all you know how to do. Do you ever ask yourself why it's always you? Why it feels like you're the one chosen to carry the heaviest load? Like life put a target on your back, and no matter how hard you fight or how fast you run, it's always right behind you. Yeah, I ask that too. Maybe it's because we're built differently. Maybe it's because we can take it even when we feel like we're about to shatter. God, it gets heavy, doesn't it? You keep pushing, you keep working, and it still feels like you're sinking. But here's the damn truth. Nobody is coming to rescue you. Nobody is throwing you a rope. And maybe that's what makes you so powerful. Because you've learned how to be your own savior. You've learned how to drag yourself out of your own personal hell, even with the flames burning at your feet. See, they don't understand. They think the strongest people are the ones who never stumble, the ones who are never broken. They're wrong. The strongest ones are the people who have been shattered into 1,000 pieces and still get back up. The ones who have seen the absolute worst this world has to offer and are still here, still breathing, still fighting. It's easy to look tough when life has never truly tested you. But real strength is when you're on your knees with blood in your mouth and you still refuse to surrender. You spit it out, wipe your eyes, and you get back into the fight. Because that's what you do. You fight, even when you feel like there's nothing left inside you to give. And yes, sometimes you wonder if any of it matters. If all this pain, all this struggle, all these endless wars are even worth it. But you don't really have a choice, do you? You didn't ask for this life. You didn't ask for this burden, but you're here, right in the middle of it all. And your only option is to keep moving, keep fighting, keep surviving. That's what they'll never get. They think strength is a choice we make. But for us, it's survival. It's the only way we've learned how to exist, to fight through the agony, to keep pushing when every nerve is screaming at you to stop, to keep breathing when all you want is to finally give in to the darkness. And the darkness, it's always there, isn't it? Waiting, calling your name. You can feel it creeping in the corners of your mind, whispering that you should just let go, just give in. But you don't. Not because the temptation isn't there, but because you know that if you let it win once, it will own you forever, so you fight it. Every day, every night, you fight the darkness and you fight yourself. And maybe that's the hardest battle of all. Fighting the part of you that's tired, that's broken, that's ready to just be done. But you don't give in. You can't. You've come too far. You've survived too much to let it all end here. It's a type of pain you can't put into words. The kind that eats you from the inside, that makes you feel like you're walking around with a gaping wound that never closes. And nobody can see it. You smile, you laugh, you act like everything is okay. But on the inside, you're screaming. It's not that you don't want help. It's that you know help isn't possible. No one can reach in and take away that pain. No one can fix what has been broken inside you. So you learn to live with it. You carry it. And you fight. Not because you want to, but because it's the only way to stay alive. You know what the hardest part is? It's not the pain or the loneliness or the endless battle. It's having no one to share it with, no one who truly understands. You look at everyone else and they all seem so normal, living in a world that feels like it's a million miles away from yours. And maybe it's true. Maybe we are cut from a different cloth. Maybe we were meant to carry this weight so that others don't have to. But damn, it gets lonely. You want to let someone in, but how do you explain a darkness that lives inside you? How do you show someone a place that you yourself are afraid of? So you don't. You keep it locked away, and you keep fighting, alone. They look at you and they think they see strength. They think they see someone who has it all figured out, someone unbreakable. But they don't see the cracks. They don't see the nights you've been on the floor begging for it all to stop. They don't see the times you've stood on the edge wondering if it's worth going on. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe they don't need to see it. What would they do if they knew anyway? What could they do? Nothing. This is your war, your burden, your hell. And maybe that's what makes you stronger than all of them. Because you carry it, you endure it, you live through it even when it feels like it's killing you. And here's something they'll never get. They will never know the kind of strength it takes just to pull yourself out of bed in the morning. The kind of courage it takes to face another day when you know it's just going to be more of the same. More pain, more struggle. But you do it anyway, because that's what warriors do. They fight, they endure, they survive, even when the world is against them, even when it feels like there's nothing left to fight for, they keep going. Because giving up, that's not an option. Not for us, not for people like you and me. We don't quit, we don't break. We keep going even when there's nothing left inside us but the will to live. One day they'll look at you and they'll wonder how you did it, how you survived when anyone else would have been destroyed, and they'll never understand. But that's okay. They don't need to. Because you didn't survive for them, you survived for you. For that small, stubborn piece of yourself that refuses to die, refuses to surrender, refuses to let the darkness have the final say, and that is enough. You are enough. And no matter how bad it hurts, no matter how heavy this gets, you keep going. Because that is what warriors do. So what's next? You ask yourself that. What now? Next is whatever the hell you decide it is. It's pushing forward when the world is screaming at you to fall back. It's standing up when every part of you wants to collapse. Next is telling that storm inside to shut up, because you have things to do. It's taking all that pain, all that rage, all that fire that's burning you up and turning it into fuel. Because this world won't show you any mercy. It's not going to stop hitting you just because you're hurting. It's waiting for you to get back on your feet again and again. You're not just a warrior. You're a goddamn survivor. You're the one who stands tall even with a shattered heart. You're the one who fights a battle that's already been lost, and somehow you're still here. You don't do it for them. You don't do it for trophies or a pat on the back. You do it because you have to. Because somewhere deep down you know there's more to this life than just suffering. There is something worth fighting for. Maybe it's hope. Maybe it's peace. Or maybe it's just one more sunrise. But whatever it is, you keep going. You keep fighting. And one day they won't just see a warrior, they'll see a legend.